Yes, this is the 1st of September 2021. We're at Vincent Corporation in Tampa, Florida. And what we're going to run is some desiccated coconut. It looks like this. Extremely dry, extremely delicious, high fat content. A second 50-pound bag. We're going to run it here in our test area. We have a boiler. We'll run that next if we have any promise with this. We've set up a model CP4 screw press for the test. This one has a extra long inlet hopper for production rather than just samples. 1.5 horsepower motor, gearbox to slow down the screw. The screw is turning. Fairly slow. I've got a VFD. Yeah, I see already the knob's a little low. We'll speed up the press probably. Well, leave it low. Screen has 10,000 slots. I measured that. And we're set up for steam injection here through this from the boiler over here. Cake should come out here. If we get any liquid out, it'll come through the screen. And we got some pails to catch pressed liquor in. We'll see how this works. Okay, I just poured in about 7 pounds of coconut. See it feeding there. And it's feeding into the screw area. I've got the discharge cone shut with 45 psi 3-bar air pressure on this air cylinder. And okay, I just turned on my camera because I'm getting something coming out. Here's what the inlet hopper looks like. It feeds beautifully, in other words. And starting to get some cake out. Okay, I increased the air pressure to 90 psi, 6-bar, and got some leakage right there. That's to be expected. The first material really wasn't squeezed. Finer screen would probably work. I'm getting some. Okay, we're running at 6-bar air pressure, and I have to photograph from this side where you have a resistor teeth at the top. And so this is the head of the resistor teeth. You see a pretty steady flow. Last 2/3 of the screen, 3/4, and some pulp coming through the screen. Probably ought to. I think I could change to a finer slot width instead of 10,000, take it down to 6. And cake coming out. Screw's going medium speed. Getting some press cake coming out, falling out. In the inlet hopper, I still have flow coming in here. This side of the screen, I'm getting downstream of the resistor. Oh, it's the final discharge. I'm getting some. And really steady flow from the other side of the screen. Press cake, a little bit falling out now and then. It tells me I'm getting a fairly high yield. That is, I'm getting a lot of liquid compared to the amount of cake coming out. And the cake is feeding in steadily. So, that's a good sign. This stuff is low viscosity. Okay. Get my hands wet with oil so I could keep the material out. And I reduced the air pressure to 3 bar, 45 psi. Still trying to feed material in here, but coming out slightly. I'll close the cone again. Okay, I got 45 psi on the discharge cone, and hopefully this cake will continue to feed into the press. Notice that press cake that I'm catching. And if I look at this closer, I'm sure they have some little balls there, but by just a slight pressure and they turn into what they fall apart. Okay, I'm at the tag end of this 7 pounds or so of material. Notice a steady grip, press lip on the far side. No more cake coming through the screen here. And steady flow of press cake coming out. Steady flow of press cake coming out. Making a nice little pile down here. Here's some press cake. It's warm. And the pressed liquor low viscosity. Okay, we have started another 6 pounds of coconut in here, and we got it set at 70 psi. Back to steam a bit on these. Boiler is holding down to 60 psi. And the screw's turning the same speed, same air pressure. Passing out of here, so I'll try to cut that one off. Waiting to see if I get any cake to come out. But I haven't seen any cake come out. Want to pop the cone open for me? Just pop it open, hold it open. Okay, you can close it again. Close it. Okay, I did not have anything plugged in there. Out the bottom at the moment. Steam a little bit from each valve. Okay, that one's cold. Hot, hot, hot. So I've got steam going in. Slow down the speed with the CFD. Slow it down. Still got that channel. Slowing down the screw or reducing the air pressure to stop that channel that you see there. Alrighty. Quite a bit of water, I'd say, to the squeezing out. We're holding 70 psi air pressure, and I'll try pinching off the flow a little bit. Little liquid coming out. Try cutting the air pressure back to 30 psi. Okay. That's all my channeling. I've got cake coming out all the way around now. So reduced air pressure or reduced screw RPM will stop channeling.
Over here. Oops.
That's about the end of our batch of coconut. Don't want to waste any more material at this point. Let's see what we're doing. Cake. It's hot, but I should. We've got temperature. We could have been measuring the temperature of this. Obviously, it's not hot enough to not hold.